Okay, so now we're going to start row 28. So to begin that, we're using our background color. We've already switched colors at the end of the last stitch, and we're going to do 2 drop down double crochets. One single crochet in the back loop only. Then 1 drop down double crochet. So this might be slightly hidden depending on kind of where your stitches are sitting, but you're going to yarn over and you're going to insert into this background color that you did in round 26, and you're going to go in the front loop of that stitch and do your double crochet. Then you're going to do another single crochet in the back loop only, and a drop down double crochet next to it. And a single crochet in the back loop only. So that is your N right here. Then you're going to do 3 double crochets, then we're going to do a single crochet in the back loop only, and that is everything we need for this first E that we encounter. Then we're going to repeat those 4 stitches again, so it's going to be 3 drop down double crochets. Going too fast. And then a single crochet in the back loop only, and that's where we are for the second E. We're going to place a double crochet in between the W and the E, and now we're going to alternate between back loop only, single crochets, and double crochets. We're going to do 3 sets of those. So we're going to start with our back loop only single crochet. Now if you remember, I said kind of hiding, we're going to be hiding this part and this part of the W with the background color, and that's where this step comes into place. So these stitches are pretty well hidden, but if you move the kind of V around the stitch, you can see that hidden stitch that we're going to go into. So double crochet into that stitch, just like that. We're going to place a single crochet in that notated 2 stitch. Then we're going to do a similar drop down double crochet like we just did, and it's going to be in this hidden stitch. Just like that. And then we're going to do a single crochet in the back loop only, and then between the O and the W we're going to do a drop down double crochet, and that drop down double crochet should be going into the top of the stitch that was the double crochet 2 together. So that kind of helps orient you about where that should be. Next we're going to do a single crochet, and this is going to be on top of that slanted stitch that we did in the previous row. Then we're going to do 3 drop down double crochets. So you might have to open this up just a little bit. Again, slanted stitches, curved stitches, all of those can kind of hide the stitches that you want from you. So we are going to yarn over, go into that one, that one, and that one, and these are the 3 stitches that are directly above where we did those single crochets in both loops for the O. Then we're going to do a single crochet in the back loop only on the other side of the O. And now we can really start to see some of those letters start to take shape. Super fun and exciting if you are nerdy out about this like I do. So next I'm going to do 6 double crochets. So the first one is going to be in the column left of the cluster stitch. So you're not going to be placing the double crochet here into the cluster. You're going to be placing it to the left of that. And that's where your first one goes, and then you're going to place 5 more. And there is a lot of counting that will go on throughout this whole process, because I feel like the minute I let my guard down when I don't count with this is where it goes really sideways, especially as I get further and further up the pattern. So our last step for the L in this row is to do a single crochet in the back loop only, and that's what our L looks like. We're going to do a double crochet in the stitch between the A and the L, then a single crochet, back loop only, 2 drop down double crochets, and then 1 single crochet, back loop only. Then we're going to do a double crochet, and this is going to go in the column to the right of that slanted stitch that we put in the column previously. Then we are going to put a single crochet in the back loop only directly above that slanted stitch. Then we're going to do 3 drop down double crochets. This is going to be very similar to what we did for the O, so they're going to be slightly hidden, so make sure that you're going into the correct stitches. These are right over those single crochets in both loops that we did a couple of rounds ago. Then I'm going to put a single crochet in the back loop of that slanted stitch we put in the last round. And I'm going to do a double crochet, and I'm going to put it in the stitch next to just square. And now I'm on the side, and I'm going to put my single crochet in the back loop only, and we are on the back side of 28. Now that we're on the back of row 28, I'm going to do 8 drop down double crochets, then I'm going to do my double crochet 2 together. So I'm going to yarn over, insert into the column that I would normally go into, the next column, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and go into the next column, which is the column that we had a double crochet 2 together in. Pull through 2, yarn over, pull through all 3. Then I'm going to do 4 single crochets, making sure not to skip this hidden stitch in the same column as the second leg of the double crochet 2 together. Then I'm going to do 2 double crochet and a double crochet 2 together. So in the next column we start it, and then yarn over, and we are putting the second half in the column next to it. Then I'm going to do 12 single crochets. Then we're going to do a 2 double crochet cluster. We're going to be putting this in the column to the left of the cluster that was 2 rows back. Then 2 double crochets. Then 4 single crochets in the back loop only. Four single crochets in the back loop only, and then we're going to do a cluster in the next column, and this will be in the column next to where we did a cluster 2 rows ago. Then we're going to do drop down double crochets all the way until the end of the row, and I will see you on round 29. Okay, now we are on row 29. Okay, now we are on row 29. So I've switched my color to my detail color. And I'm going to start by doing 2 single crochet in the back loop only. Then I'm going to do a double crochet. Okay, so we've placed our double crochet in column 3. Then we're going to do a single crochet in the back loop only. And then next we're going to do a double crochet into the slanted stitch that we did in row 28. Just like that. Then next column we are doing a single crochet in the back loop and a double crochet in the next, and that is our work on the end shape for this row. Then we're going to do 3 single crochets in the back loop only. This yarn just wants to split right now and I don't like it. Then a double crochet to the stem, or whatever that's called, of the E. Then I'm gonna repeat those 4 stitches again for the other E. So we're going to do 3 single crochets, back loop only, and then a drop down double crochet, then a single crochet between the W and the E, drop down double crochet into the first slanted stitch, single crochet in the back loop only in the next stitch, double crochet into that stitch that we notated with the 2, single crochet into the next stitch, and double crochet into the last slanted stitch of the W, just like that. Then we're going to do a back loop only single crochet, drop down double crochet into the first slanted stitch of the O, three back loop only single crochets, then a double crochet into the second slanted stitch of the O. Then we are going to do 1 single crochet in the back loop only, and we're going to do 2 single crochets in both loops. Now these I don't feel the need to mark because I'm gonna do I'm gonna work over them without I'm not gonna cover them. I don't have to worry about that, but I'm also not gonna be linking anything else to it like we did in the other shapes, so I don't feel like it's necessary to mark it, but if you would like to, you can go ahead and do whatever works for you. Then I'm going to do 3 single crochet in the back loop only. Maybe. I don't know. What is going on with this yarn and me? We are not having a good time. We are not communicating well right now. And it's not just the orange yarn, it's the purple yarn too. And they're 2 different brands, so the common denominator is me. I don't know what's happening. Then I'm going to do a drop down double crochet into the L. And that's all the work we have to do for the L shape right now. And then a single crochet in the back loop only, a drop down double crochet for the first part of the A, 2 single crochet in the back loop only, drop down double crochet for the second leg of the A, next we have 5 single crochet in the back loop only, and then a drop down double crochet into the slanted stitch of the C. we're going to do single crochet in the next 2 stitches, and then finish the round. Just in the interest of keeping these videos a little bit shorter, I'm not going to be showing the back of the bag anymore. I'm going to continue working on it and as I go around, but just I've figured that now that you have the basics, hopefully the rest of the back of the bag is fairly straightforward. If you do have questions, feel free to ask me, but I just figured it might keep it a little bit shorter. So I will keep working, and I will see you when we get to round 30. Okay, so now we are on row 30. I'm going to do 2 drop down double crochets, single crochet in the back loop, maybe. Then I'm going to do a 2 double crochet cluster in the next row. So into this double crochet that we have from 2 rows back, we're going to go in after yarning over, yarn over, pull through. We have 3 loops on our hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, insert into the same stitch, yarn over, pull through. So we have 4 loops on our hook, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, and pull through all 3 on the hook. So that's going to give us a nice curve. Then we are going to place a single crochet in the middle, and that's going to be a back loop only single crochet. Then drop down double crochet in the next column, and a single crochet in the back loop only to finish out the work on the letter N for this row. Next we're going to do 2 drop down double crochets, then we're going to do 2 single crochets in the back loop only, so this will give us that middle stem thing in the E. Then we're going to repeat that, so we're going to do 2 double crochets. I don't know why I cannot get my hook into these stitches like I need to. User error. Then we're going to do 2 single crochet in the back loop only. So next 2 stitches right there. And that's what we are doing for both of the E's for this row. Next we're going to do a double crochet in between the W and the E. Single crochet in the next stitch, double crochet next to that, single crochet, back loop only, double crochet next to that, and single crochet, the last part of the W, and that's what it looks like thus far. Then we're going to do a drop down double crochet in between the O and the W. Now sometimes, and I haven't mentioned this and it's been going on the whole time, but sometimes it looks like you're pulling up too high and you can see a gap with your stitches. And now it is possible that you are pulling too hard, but typically what we see is the stitches settling into a fabric that's thick enough that you don't really see the color underneath it. Now if we pull something way too tight, like let's say we made these double crochets for our W, this like middle stitch, we made that too tight, we might see we might see this get pulled and look a little out of sorts, but typically as long as you keep your tension relatively even throughout the whole time, even if it's tighter, everything else around it is tight too, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem, but just something to keep an eye out for if you're finding that you see a lot of holes and you don't like the size of them. I don't think this is an issue, but it's all about, you know, the eye of the beholder, right? So let's get back to crocheting. So on the first part of the O, we're going to do a back loop only, single crochet. Then we're going to do 3 drop down double crochets. Then we're doing a single crochet in the back loop only. Then we're going to do 1 drop down double crochet. Now you'll notice that next to this we have those 2 single crochets in both loops. We're not covering these up with the background color. We're going to be working 2 back loop only single crochets in these stitches. Then we're going to do 3 drop down double crochets next to that. Then a single crochet in the back loop only. Then we're going to put a 2 double crochet cluster in between the A and the L. Then we are going to do 4 double crochets in the back loop only. Then we're going to do another cluster. We're going to put that in between the C and the A. Then we have 1 single crochet in the back loop only. And 3 drop down double crochets. And a single crochet in the last part of the C, and we're going to put a cluster right before we get to the middle or the midpoint of the row. So I'm going to put that right after the C. And then a single crochet in the back loop only. And I'm going to finish this round, and we will be back for the last round of the CAL-OWEEN text. And not only does that row make a difference, but the row after it does. But I think that row 32, again, just in the interest of kind of trying to make these a little bit shorter, row 32 is relatively straightforward, whereas 31 has some things that might potentially trip you up. So I'm going to go through that. But first I'm going to finish round 30, and I'll see you back in a sec. Okay, so now we are in row 31. So I'm going to put this back here. And I'm going to start the row. Sorry, this is annoying. Okay, we're going to start row 31 by doing 2 single crochets in the back loop only. Then a drop down double crochet. Then 2 single crochet in the back loop. Then we are going to do a double crochet to the right. So we're going to yarn over and we're going to put this stitch into this stitch that is, this double crochet that is in the middle of the N shape. So it's going to slant to the right. And because we are using a slanted stitch, we want to make sure that we are putting everything in the proper stitches and there's no hidden stitches. So because this is going to lean over and is technically in the 6th column, we are going to put our next stitch in the 7th column. So we're going to do our drop down double crochet in the 7th column. And then our next row is going to cover up all of this, leaving us with a nice N shape here. Next we have 3 single crochet in the back loop. Then a drop down double crochet. And we're going to do that again, so that will be our E. We're going to do that again, so we're going to do 3 single crochet, back loop. Then we're going to do a back loop only single crochet in between the W and the E. We are going to do a drop down double crochet to the first part of the W. Then we're going to do 3 single crochet in the back loop for these stitches in the middle of the shape. See, I told you if you stuck with it, that W would start looking like a W. Then we're going to do a drop down double crochet next to it. Just like that. Then we're going to do 2 single crochet in the back loop. Then we're going to do a double crochet to the right. So we're going to yarn over, and instead of placing it in this column that is to the left of the stitch we just did, we're going to place it into the column of the stitch that we just did. So it's going to be on the right side of that O shape that we've already started to make, and we're going to pull it over to the left. Now, because this stitch only counts as 1 stitch, you can pull and see that there's only 1 stitch that won't be attached, so it's going to be going into this column right here, our next stitch. Or you can think of it as this stitch has already used, this column has already used its stitch, and now we are moving to the left, however you like to see it. Then we're going to be doing a single crochet, back loop only, right there in the middle. And then we're going to be doing a double crochet to the left. So we're going to double crochet, and instead of placing it in this column that's directly to the left of the stitch we just placed, we're going to go 1 further to the left and place on the other side of that O. Again, no hidden stitches, so we are going to do 7 single crochets in the back loop only. And even though we anchored the stitch in the column with the side of the O, we still need to put that single crochet in that same column. And you can look back and you can see that there is one stitch that's not attached because of that drop down double crochet to the left. So we're going to place the rest of the single crochets. Double crochet into the L. Next we're going to do 2 single crochets in the back loop only. Next we're going to place a double crochet to the right, so it's going to go to the column with the first leg of the A. And then the next stitch will be a double crochet and will be into the column, the second column of the A that we reach. When in doubt, flip your work up. You just did 2 stitches, so those aren't going to be used, but the next one after that will be a single crochet. So just like that. Then you're going to do 2 more back loop only single crochets. You're going to do a double crochet to the right to this little purple stitch, or whatever your detail color is, stitch peeking out. So yarn over, insert, try to insert, sweet talk it if you have to, whatever you gotta do, right? Then we're gonna do a single crochet in the back loop. Don't forget that that is a slanted stitch, so watch out for hidden stitches and make sure you're counting your stitches correctly. Then you're going to do a double crochet to the left. You're going to go do a double crochet into the last side of the C. Looking for hidden stitches, you're going to use the same column to place a single crochet in the back loop only, single crochet in the back loop only, and then now you are at the side. Round 32. Really there's nothing that fancy going on in round 32. We were just finishing up the shapes. The only thing to keep an eye out for is any potential hidden stitches around the tops of the letters when you're doing round 32. Like this right here, which is in column 5 of the, is that column 5? Yeah, in column 5, around the N, things like that, you want to kind of keep an eye out because you want to shape the letters up at the top as well. But I'm going to finish that off camera, and that will be the end of this video.